Cosplay, we're back with a new project. Although I did kind of mention it last week when I was making sure my house was, well, not on. My house is still kind of a mess. I did a lot of cleaning dishes, laundry, making sure we had at least paths through the house. It's not that bad, people. It's just things like crafts and fabric supplies and things like that are about. And things in a crafter's or a cosplayer's house tend to be that way. And I'm trying my best. I'm hoping to have a barbecue at some point in the summertime. And it's kind of what I've been enticing my wife to clean up her messes with. It's like, hey, if you clean up the house, we'll have guests over and we'll have a barbecue. It'll be great. So I'm hoping that works out and I'll be able to like entice her into that. But otherwise, the house is kind of together. One thing I need to do is order a ton of like basic hardware, like screws and nuts and bolts. Because for Christmas I got a kind of organizer drawer sets, and I'll be taking my nuts and bolts and screws and such and so forth out of these little kind of like fisherman tackle boxes or the jewelry organizer boxes and putting them into those kinds of containers in my workshop. They're a little bit bigger, although they're sort of permanently mounted to the wall. I think what I'll do to kind of remedy that is make sure I have a con emergency box in my van, just so I have a few screws and extra hardware on hand when I go to events, because that's what I used to do, is just grab whatever box was relevant in case I needed it for repairs and such. So I'll be putting up one more update on this. It'll be, or at least one more primary video with footage and all that. It'll be 2 weeks from now, because I think I'll have a update on Velvet for you guys next, and then it'll be done. This is only a 3-week project, and if you're looking for more pictures and so on and so forth, they will be in the description on the website. I'll have all the progress pictures. Obviously, I made more than just the front plate here, so if you're looking for any of those updates, check out the website. It would be awesome. That would be my goal, to make sure you guys head over there and help support me and help support all the video productions that I do, because it is a fair amount of work and I do appreciate your help. But the idea is I'll have a tutorial up once I start clearing out the old tutorials from the listing. I'm hoping I'll be getting through those within the next month and start producing some fresher, newer ones. But YouTube is always going to be kind of lagging behind then. If you're looking for the newest stuff, it's always going to be on the website. Just because I only upload one video a day, just to keep a regular pace and things like that. So I was planning on fixing up Glacius of my Final Fantasy 15 armor for Shudokon, but this past week we got a pretty substantial bill in the mail, and it wasn't like a one-time bill. Our property tax went up 50%, which we're going to try and figure out what happened there. It went up like $200 plus, and yeah, $200 plus a month is kind of nuts, so we need to address that immediately. But in the meantime, conventions, we're gonna have to be a little bit more frugal than normal. So even though I paid for a badge, I'm probably not gonna be able to afford a hotel room and all the other things that go with being able to travel across 2 states to go to a convention. Shudokon's a great convention. I love it. It's like number 3 on my favorite conventions in the Midwest. But the money ain't there, so it's not happening. We might hit up a local comic thing this weekend. It's just a very small event, so I might have a video for you on that on Monday. But until we figure that scenario out, budgets got to accommodate that money not being there, and that kind of does suck. Oh well, that's life, people. let me see, the next con after that is going to be College of DuPage Con, CodCon, and that's just a local college con, and it's only going to be like 10-15 bucks, and that's going to be no big deal. I need to get Jax in here to finish up the Reggies. They are taking up so much space still, guys. If you think I've made any progress, I really haven't in the last month on the Reggies. So I need to get on that. I need to have some sort of update for you guys on how the Reggies are doing too. They're very close to done. I just need to get them out of my house or take them to an event or something like that. We'll see how it goes. But I'm still very excited for them. It really does suck that I don't think I'll be able to get to Colossus out to an event anytime soon, because after that is ASIN, and I'll be doing stuff for ASIN. And chances are I won't have enough time to even get into a very heavy armor set for any extended period of time. My best hope is to maybe get a photo shoot at some point with somebody, but I'm really just a gigantic coward when it comes to talking to photographers. So you guys know how that goes. I don't do particularly well in that regard. It's kind of crazy when I know it's crazy when I do all this photography and I do videos that I don't really feel comfortable talking to photographers myself. So I'm just trying to get my life back in order and pay the bills and all that good stuff. I do have some new equipment that I got in, and I'm hoping to get some of that hardware taken care of. The thing is, what I'm trying to do is buy it in bulk, so that it's like dirt cheap and I never have to worry about it again, thus kind of like freeing up a bit of money later. And that's been a really kind of good tactic, is to get things that I know I'm going to use down the line in bulk for incredibly cheap. That way it frees up money later on. But the trick is to kind of get enough money scrounged up to make that kind of investment. Oh well, that's what I'm up to right now. I'm really enjoying making the velvet. I need to get a few patterns, I guess, because we were looking for coats and jackets and things and belts with not a whole lot of success. But I'll tell you more about that next week. I'll see you guys around. I hope you enjoyed. Good times to all. You look to me like someone who likes cosplay. Well, guess what I got? Lots of it. Check me out. Hit the sub button. Stream or two. See you around.